Hi students. So today we are going to study chapter number 4, that is mail merge. Chapter number 4 is mail merge. Think of a situation like your school is organizing an annual function, okay? And your class teacher want to send an invitation letter to all the parents. And there are 40 students in your class, okay? And teacher has to send invitation letter to the parents of all these 40 students in your class. For that, does she have to type this letter 40 times? No, she can use mail merge feature which is present inside Microsoft Word, okay? Instead of typing these letters 40 times, a teacher can use mail merge feature which is present inside Microsoft Word. And we are going to study about this mail merge in this chapter, okay? First, let us see what you mean by mail merge. Mail merge allows you to create letters, labels, envelopes, and each personally addressed to a different recipient. That is, using mail merge, you can create letters, labels, envelopes, etc. And you can send them to different people, okay? That is, we have seen the example. A teacher want to send an invitation letter to 40 parents. So instead of typing this invitation letter 40 times, she can use the feature mail merge in Microsoft Word. And using this mail merge, she can write letters, labels, envelopes, etc. And she can send personally to this 40 parents. Okay, that is what you mean by mail merge. Next, let us see the advantages of mail merge. First one is you can send a common document letter to many people. See, we have seen the example. That is, a teacher can write a single invitation letter, and she can send this single invitation letter to many people. Second advantage is documents can be personalized for bulk mailing in a short period of time. Okay, that is, a single document or a single letter can be given to many people in a short period of time. Third one is it is easy to make changes to a single document. Since we are using only a single document or we are sending only a single document, even if any changes come, it's enough for us to make the changes in that particular document only. Okay, and fourth one is a common document can be saved and reused. And fifth one is it saves time. Okay, so these are the advantages of mail merge. Next, let us see the components of mail merge. There are three components inside mail merge. First component is main document. A main document, they can be letters, envelopes, labels, etc. And this main document, they contain the information which cannot be changed. That is, the information present inside the main document, they will remain the same even if we are sending this main document to anywhere, okay? The information inside the main document, they remain the same. Second one is data source. Data source, they can contain the information such as name, address of the recipients. And this information can change in every document, okay? The data or information present inside main document, they remain the same. They cannot be changed. But the information which is present inside the data source, they can change in every document. Okay, and the information present inside data source, they can be name and address of the recipient. Last one is merged document. That is, it is a combination of main document and data source. Okay. So the components of mail merge, first one is main document. Main document, they contain the information which will remain the same. Second one is data source. They contain the information which can change in every document. And they contain the informations like name, address of the recipient, etc. And last one is merged document. That is, it is a combination of main document and data source. See, in this picture what you see is the different components of mail merge. There is data source, main document, merged document. And look at data source, it contains the informations like name and address of the recipient. And look at the main document, it is like a letter. or it can be a envelope, or it can be a label. Okay, and we are combining this data source and main document, that is we are merging together data source and main document, and finally we got the merged document. Okay, so these are the three components of mail merge. First, let us see how we can create the main document. For that, first you have to open the Microsoft Word and type the invitation letter. And look at the second step. Click on the mailing tab, then on start mail merge in the start mail merge group. Okay. And third one is click on the step-by-step mail merge wizard option. The mail merge task pane appears on the right side of the document window. You have to click on the letters radio button. Then you have to click on the next starting document option. See, these are the steps for creating the main document. We have studied that the main document, they can be a letter, envelope, label, etc. Okay, and the information inside the main document, they cannot be changed. They will remain the same always. Okay, even if these documents they get merged, the information inside the main document they remain the same. Okay, see here I am writing a invitation letter as the main document. I have created an invitation letter as the main document. Okay, so first step is you have to open Microsoft Word and you have to type a invitation letter. Okay, second step is under the mailing tab you have to click on the option start mail merge. And once you click on start mail merge, see a drop down list appears, and at the end of the list there is an option given step by step mail merge wizard. You have to click on that particular option. Once again, first you have to click on the mailing tab. Okay, and there is an option given for mail merge. Okay, start mail merge. You have to click on that. And at the end of this drop down list there is an option step by step mail merge wizard. You have to click on that. Okay, once you click on the step by step mail merge wizard option, a mail merge task pane will appear. What you see in this picture is a mail merge task pane. Okay, see there is an option. First option is you have to select the document type. Since I have typed the invitation letter, my document type will be a letter. Okay, you have to click on the option letter. And look at the bottom of this page, there is an option next starting document. You have to click on that option next starting document. Okay, next you will be asked which document you would like to use for the mail merge. Already your document is open, that is your invitation letter is open. Okay, so you have to click on use the current document option. Okay, you have to click on use the current document option. And look at the end of this page, there is an option given next select recipient. You have to click on the option next select recipient. That is, which means now the process of creating the main document is over. And next step is you have to create the data source, and inside the data source we will write the name and address of the recipient. Okay, so the next step is creating the data source, and inside the data source we will be entering the details of the recipient. Okay, so with this we have come to the end of the steps for creating the main document. Okay, these are the steps for creating the main document, and next we will study how to create the data source. The last step while you created the main document was to click on the next select recipient option. Okay, so now we are going to create the data source, and creating the data source, first you will be asked to select the recipient of your letter. Okay, see step number 1, as you're creating the data source for the first time, choose the type a new list radio button. Second step is click on create. The new address list dialog box appears. You have to enter the address information inside this dialog box. The details that you have to enter is, first one is enter the details of the recipient in the text boxes. Second one is click on the new entry to enter the details of the next recipient. And third one is click on OK when you are done. Now let us see how each one of the steps using pictures. Okay, then you will get a clear idea. First step is you have to select the recipient. Okay, that is inside the data source we are entering the name and address of the recipient. Okay, first step is you have to select the recipient and three options are given. Since we are creating the data source for the first time, you have to click on type a new list. Okay, under the section select recipient, you have to click on type a new list since we are creating this data source for the first time. And again you have to click on create. Okay, once you click on the create, a new address list dialog box will appear. Okay, once you click on create, the new address list dialog box will appear. What you see in this picture is the new address list dialog box. Okay, inside this dialog box you can enter the details of the recipient. See, inside the text box many options are being provided, like you can enter the title, the first name of the recipient, last name, company name, address, etc. Okay, so you can enter the details of this recipient. And so the details of the first recipient is been entered, and again you want to enter the details of the second recipient. You have to click on the new entry option which is being provided at the bottom of this page. Okay, so you have entered the detail of the second recipient. Again you want to enter the detail of the third recipient. You have to click on the new entry option which is being provided at the bottom of this page. So you can create the details of as much recipients as possible by clicking on that new entry option. Okay, and at last you have to click on the OK button. That is, after entering the details of all the recipients, you have to click on the OK button. Once you have entered the details of all the recipients, you have to save this address list. For that you have to take the save address list dialog box. Okay, and see in this picture you can see the addresses of all the recipients. Okay, and for saving this address list you have to first give a file name and then you have to click on the save button. Okay, that is, once you have created the details of all the recipients, you have to save this address list. And for saving, first you have to write the file name and then you have to click on the save button. So now you have entered all the details of the recipients and you have also saved the address list. And if you want to see this list of this recipient details, you can see them by using the mail merge recipient window. What you see in this picture is the mail merge recipient window. Okay, you can see the list of the recipient details that we have saved by using this mail merge recipient window. Okay, and from this list you can select the name of the recipient or the details of the recipients to which the document is to be sent. Okay, from this list you can select some recipients to which the details is to be. Okay, and then at last you have to click on the OK button. That is, after selecting the recipients to which the main document is to be sent, you have to click on the OK button. And last step is, in the mail merge task pane, you have to click on the next write your letter option. See, at the bottom there is the option given for next write your letter. You have to click on that option. So finally you have created your data source. Okay, first we have created our main document and now we have created our data source. And next step is you have to merge this main document with the data source. Okay. Next, let us see how to merge the main document with the data source. That is, we have studied how to create the main document and how to create the data source. Inside the main document, the invitation letter is being created. And inside the data source, we have created the name and address of the recipient. Okay, and that address is being saved. And we have also seen the list of that addresses. Okay. And now we want to merge the main document with the data source. Okay. For that, first inside the invitation letter you have to click on where the recipient details is to be appeared. Okay, that is, inside the invitation letter you have to provide a place for the recipient details to appear. And second step is, see in this picture, we have to take the mail merge task pane, and see there is an option for address block. You have to click on that address block. Once you click on the address block, the insert address block dialog box will appear. What you see in this picture is the insert address block dialog box. Okay, and see, first option is specify the address element. Okay, that is, you can insert the recipient name in different formats. See, many formats are being provided. You can choose any one of the format. For example, the recipient name can be represented in the form of Joshua. It can be represented as Joshua R. Jr., Joshua Q. Randall Jr. Okay, there are many options provided for representing the recipient name. You can choose any one of the format. You have to click on any one of the format. Okay, and at last you have to click on the OK button. Now see, we have got the merged document, that is, inside our invitation letter we have got a space for writing the address. Okay, see 2, and next there is a space given for writing the address. That means our invitation letter is been merged. Okay, that is, the main document and data source, it is been merged. Our main document, it consists of the invitation letter, and the data source, they contain the name and the address of the recipient, and we want to combine this invitation letter with this name and recipient. For that we merged the main document with the data source, and at last see the result. Inside the invitation letter, that is inside the main document, I have got a space for writing the address, which means our invitation letter has been merged. Okay, so now our document is been merged, that is, we have combined together the main document and data source, and we have got the merged document. And inside the merged document there is a section which is being provided for entering the address block. Okay, inside that section you can enter the address of the different recipients, and you can take a printed copy of this merged document, and inside that address block you can enter the address of different recipients, and you can send them to the different recipients. And see in this picture, I have sent the merged document to 2 recipients. Okay, see, 2 merged document is been seen, and 2 of them, they are being sent to 2 different people. Okay, so this is all about mail merge, how to create a mail merge. Okay, so with this we come to the end of this chapter. Thank you.